Today is the Christmas in the shop. We got our airslamit.com air ride system for the 65 Impala. We got the Indo CVT tank that's got the compressor and the valves all integrated into it. We got tubular A-arms up and down for it. Got the frame over here on the lift. We're going to pick it up, start tearing it down. Had to pull the panhard bar off so the rear end can drop down far enough to get the springs and stuff out of it. So making a little progress. Okay, we got the front end started tearing it down. I'm going to drop those A-arms and stuff all out as one piece. Get it all out, and then we'll get it cleaned up, do some painting on it, and then try to get the airbags put in. Okay, so we got the front end tore down like that. Got all the parts that we took off of it. So now we'll get in here, we'll clean all this up. This here has to cut out for the airbags to clear. We'll get that all out and get the new tubular A-arms in there after we get everything cleaned up and painted. Okay, still out here working on the junker. Anyway, got the rear bags in. Got them up there where they go. Got them all bolted in. Didn't do anything with the drums on it because they're coming off when the big brakes get here. So we just left them the way they are. Got the frame all cleaned up today. Got it all painted. Got the rear end wire wheel down and painted. Both sides of the bags are hooked up, got lines in them, ready to go. Got the front pretty much cleaned up. I got a little bit more painting to do on it. Got the pockets cut out right here for the front bags. I didn't put those in today because I don't have my spindles yet, so I can't see where they need to set exactly. Got the cross member that we cut out to clear to get the motor setting down good and low. Got it finished welding. Got this side cut out, cleaned up. Kind of modified this one here because they're not really made to go with these tubular A-arms, so we had to cut the ears off of it. So we're just basically, it's going to be tacked on here. The strut bar will mount right here, which gives you your shock mount. Problem I've got is with the bag in here, I don't have no up. Well, I don't have enough up because of the big tube on that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut this back so that this will go up another 1.5 inches, and then I'll go inside on the inside of that and replate that so that we can still have the strength we need. So always something fun. But we run the hose for the air through the frame and brought it out back there in the back so it'll keep it up out of the way. So it'll be slick when it's done. It's just a little bit of piddly stuff. Mixing parts don't always work. Okay, so we cut that out so that you can actually see. Let me turn the light on here. Cut that back there, notched it back where that'll go on up, and then just put the piece we cut out on back on the top side there and welded it in good to keep everything good and solid. So we're going to mount this bag back up, tighten everything up, see what it looks like. Okay, we've got this side done and back together. My brakes aren't going to be here till the end of the week, I think, for some reason. So I'm going to put just the spindle back on here so I can put tires and wheels on this thing so it's movable so we can get the body back on it. But that's what we've got going on. These are the new tubular A-arms that we bought. which were not set up to work with these airbags from airslamit.com. But we just cut the ears off of them, tacked them on here, and then they're bolted through the bottom to keep everything from moving. Plus they bolt in here on this strut rod, so they won't go anywhere. And then the shock will mount here, and we'll just run a short one up here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where it'll go yet. Anywhere where the tire is not going to be will be the main idea. But that's one side. We're going to start on the other side and get to cutting all the stuff out where we cut down there on the bottom for the clearance. Then we went in there and built that all back up and put it all back together so that it didn't hurt the strength of it any. So far looking good. Got the drop spindles from CPP, and there it is. Okay, finally got her back together. Kind of see how everything sets in there. I don't have my brakes yet, so I just put the old spindles back on there so I could set the tires back on it. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it turned out pretty decent. I think it's going to set pretty low. I'm fixing to set it down on the ground, see how far it'll go. But there's the back bags. Everything's run through the frames, so be great unless it leaks. Then it won't be. But anyway, I'm going to set this thing down. I'll pick back up here in a second. Okay, so we got her sitting down on the ground. Got about, I don't know, 7 inches right there. I haven't took the bump stops out of it yet, so it'll probably go down another 1.5 inches. So hopefully we'll be down about 5.5 inches. The front is low on the ground, low. So I'm gonna have to build me a bump stop or something that'll keep that from going down that far. Anyway, there it is.